Yo, what is going on, you guys? Repping the 407 here, bringing you a brand new video. In today's video, we are doing our predictions for the playoffs. I've been doing predictions the whole 17 weeks. I missed last week. I didn't do last week, I know, but I hope you guys forgive me. I didn't do week 17. I was just so busy with work that week, and I couldn't record it. And when when I was going to record it, it was just too late because then I had to go into work early the next day. So I just couldn't do it. I apologize. I hope you guys forgive me. But we did do every single week except for last week. So I'm pretty proud about that I kept the trend going. But we are at the playoffs. It is finally the playoffs. Like, we've watched 17 weeks of NFL already. Like, I cannot believe 17 weeks have passed by that quickly. And this NFL season has just been insane. So many injuries happened this season, which suck because it caused teams like the Packers to miss the playoffs. It caused teams like the Seahawks to miss the playoffs. And the suspensions for the Cowboys, if Zeke would have stayed, they would have probably made the playoffs. But he was suspended. But it's been a crazy season, and we're just playoffs. So playoffs time, we are going to get straight into it. Here is the tree, I should say, the playoff bracket. We're just going to talk about the playoffs. Well, the whole season's over. If you want me to do like a recap on what I thought of the season, let me know down in the comments. I could probably do that in a separate video. But I don't think we want to talk about the past because we're talking about the future, and that is the playoffs. So the first game we have is against the Titans and the Chiefs, and it is in Kansas City. And if you don't know why I'm using my phone, I have notes down here. You can't really see because of the reflection, but I have like some bold predictions and the score, what I think the score of the game will be. So I'm starting off with the Chiefs and the Titans, like I said. So I have a final score in this game of 25-21, and I believe the Chiefs are coming up on top in this game. The Chiefs have been playing pretty bad, don't get me wrong, but the Titans, they haven't been playing any better. They just played suckier teams, to be honest. They had the Texans and the Colts in their division, and those two teams weren't doing the best. The Texans were doing good with Deshaun Watson, but then he got injured. So they were just playing some weak teams. They also played, I'm pretty sure, the 49ers at one point. So they played some pretty weak teams, so that's what helped them make the playoffs. So I don't see them winning their first game, and I see them getting eliminated in the first game. But Derrick Henry is going to get a lot of touches this game because DeMarco is injured. So DeMarco will not be playing in the playoffs because I'm pretty sure, like I said, they're going to be eliminated. So DeMarco is going to be injured. Derrick Henry is going to get a lot of touches. And then Kareem Hunt, in my prediction, I feel like he's going to have 100-plus scrimmage yard. He's either going to rush for 100 yards or he's going to receive for like 50 yards and rush for 50 yards. I'm pretty sure he'll have 100 receiving yards in this game, or scrimmage yards in this game. Especially since the Titans' defense isn't the best. And with a good safety that they have in Kevin Byard, I don't think Alex Smith is going to throw it his way, because that's going to be kind of risky. But it's going to be very interesting to see what happens that game. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs are going to win, but both of the teams have been playing pretty iffy, so it could go either way. On to the next AFC wildcard game. We have the Jaguars and Bills, and I feel like this is an automatic win for the Jaguars. Hey, it's not an automatic win. None of these games are automatic, but I feel like it could happen because the Jaguars have been playing really well, and the Bills, they slid their way into the playoffs. They got lucky. The Bengals won against the Ravens, and they made their way into the playoffs. This is the first time in the 2000s, that the Bills ever made the playoffs. The last time they made the playoffs was 1999. That's just insane. The Bills were actually the only team in like NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL to not make the playoffs in the 2000s. So they're the last playoff team to make it. And I have a final score of, I can't see it, 32-18. The Jaguars coming up on top. I feel like Tyrod will throw 2 interceptions in this game because the Jacksonville defense is just one of the better defenses in the league, if not the best defense in the league. So I feel like he will throw 2 interceptions in this game because it's going to be a struggle for them in this game, especially since Tyrod Taylor is going to be like trying to do his best to win the game. He's going to have to force something. So I feel like Jalen Ramsey or maybe one of the safeties and Tayshaun Gibson, Barry Church will intercept it. But I am not sure what's going to happen. It's going to be a very interesting game. But I feel like the Jaguars should win this game. On to the NFC wildcard. The first game we have is the Saints and the Panthers. And this is going to be a really good game. Either one can win, to be honest. You cannot count the Panthers out because they've been playing really well. And Cam has been doing his thing. But the Saints are just playing amazing this season. Drew Brees is looking great. They have two amazing running backs, and then Michael Thomas is obviously a Pro Bowler. He's just playing great for a second-year receiver. But I have a final score of 21-28 with the Saints coming up on top. I believe the Saints are going to win this game, but the Panthers are not going to lose without putting up a fight. It's going to be a good game, but I believe Ingram and Kamara are going to combine for 250 scrimmage yards. Like, that's going to be, those two are just going to kill in this game, in my opinion. And then I also say Cam will also have 50 rushing yards in this game. I believe Cam's gonna run the ball a lot, so I think he's gonna have over 50 rushing yards this game. And then if Carolina wants to win this game, their defense is gonna have to step up. They need their defense to step up in this game. They need Luke Kuechly, Julius Peppers, Thomas Davis, James Bradbury, all those players to step up in this game if they actually want to win this game. And then Cam Newton got to do what he does. And hopefully the receivers can play well, because their receivers have been injured lately. But let's see what happens. But you cannot count Carolina out in this game. On to the next NFC wildcard game. We have the Rams against the Falcons in LA. And I believe the Rams are just going to win this game. I believe the Falcons have been slacking too. Even though they've been playing pretty well and they went to the Super Bowl last year, this year they just kind of went downhill a little bit. They almost didn't make the playoffs, because the Seahawks had a chance to make it, and also did the Cowboys, but the Cowboys lost in Week 16. And then the Seahawks lost last week in Week 17, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. But we have a final score of 18-28 with the Rams coming up on top. I feel like Gurley is going to score 2 touchdowns in this game. It's kind of a bold prediction, but I think he can definitely do 2 touchdowns in this game. Either receiving or rushing, he's definitely going to be able to do it, in my opinion. But I think that's what's going to happen. And then I believe Julio Jones will be shut down in this game. I do not see him getting like a crazy amount of yards. I feel like he will get shut down, especially with the defense for LA. They have a pretty good defense and good safeties and some good cornerbacks. So I feel like he will be shut down in this game, and the Falcons won't do that much. I feel like Devontae Freeman will have most of the touchdowns, either him or Tevin Coleman if Tevin Coleman is playing. So I don't see anything happening in the receiving game for the Falcons in this game. So that's why I have Los Angeles winning this game and moving on to the next round. And talking about the next round, let's get on to the next round. We are going to go to the AFC this time. And first game we have is the Patriots against the Chiefs. This was the Week 1 matchup. This was the very first game of the season. And this is going to be the very last game for the Chiefs, because they are losing this game, in my opinion, with the final score of 31-21. The Chiefs did win in Week 1, but I do not see that happening again. It was just the beginning of the season. But now Tom Brady is playoff ready, and Tom Brady is going to come out there and kill like he normally does. So I have a final score of 21-31 with the Patriots coming up on top. I have Tom Brady throwing 3 touchdowns in this game, in my opinion. And I believe Gronk and Kelsey are going to be battling out, and they're just going to kill both of the tight ends. Just like it's going to be a tight end battle. They're both going to have like 100+ yards, or just some crazy stat line like 2 touchdowns each or something like that. They're just both going to do good in this game, in my opinion. But I don't know. And then I also have a bold prediction of James Harrison having 2 sacks on Alex Smith in this game. It's possible, but I'm not sure, because Alex Smith is a pretty good quarterback, and he's a pretty mobile quarterback. Not extremely mobile, but he knows how to move his way out of the pocket. So it's possible for James Harrison to do, but I don't know if he's going to do it. I just think that is a bold prediction in my books. On to the next game, we have the Jaguars and Steelers, and as a Steelers fan, this haunts me, because last time we played the Jaguars, you guys know what happened.
Roethlisberger, 2nd down and 10. They come up the middle with a 2nd down 11. Villanova.
Not 2.
3rd and 18. Roethlisberger.
Not 3.
5 in the secondary. Roethlisberger, 3rd down and 10 and going deep. And it's
Not 4.
into the end zone here and intercepted.
So yeah, last time Big Ben threw 5 picks, and that's just scary to see. But he's not going to do it in this game. That's for sure. That was just like the 3rd week of the season, 4th week, something like that. But it's not going to happen. We're playoff ready, and hopefully by this time we'll have Antonio back. So I think we can definitely win this game. I believe that Le'Veon Bell will get shut down in the running game, but I feel like he'll be a huge factor in the receiving game. I think he will have more receiving yards than rushing yards in this game, to be honest, because the D-line for the Jaguars is pretty deadly. Their whole defense is deadly, I should say, but their D-line is pretty good with Calais Campbell and Marcel Darius. And then all the other people, I don't know how to pronounce the guy Yannick Newton. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but they're all pretty good on the D-line, so I feel like he is going to be receiving the ball more in this. And then also, talking about offense, the Jaguars' offense, I don't see them doing much, to be honest, with Blake Bortles. Leonard Fournette has to come up like huge in this game, and then their receivers and tight ends got to do something, because I don't know if Blake Bortles is playoff ready. But I didn't say my final score yet. I have a final score of 28-24. I think it's going to be a close game because the defense for the Jaguars can stop our offense, but I feel like we're going to come up on top on this game. On to the NFC, we have the first game against the Saints and the Eagles, and the Eagles have Nick Foles starting. Do you guys think Nick Foles will win this game? Because I don't. I don't think Nick Foles will win the Eagles this game, especially when they played the Raiders. It was only 19-10 a final score. I don't see Nick Foles winning this game. I have the Saints winning because Drew Brees is going to be Drew Brees, and he's playoff ready. So I feel like he is just going to kill in this game. And I have a final score of this game 28-14. I do not see Nick Foles doing much in this game, to be honest. I'm sorry, Philly fans. You guys had a great regular season with Carson Wentz. So hopefully when he comes back next season, you guys can do better. But Nick Foles is going to fail you guys. But I wish you guys the best, and I wish to see you guys back in the playoffs next year because you guys deserve it. And Carson Wentz just played amazing. He's definitely in the MVP talk, especially since he missed like 3 weeks, I'm pretty sure. He missed 3 weeks, and he's still in the MVP talk, so you guys deserve it. So hopefully we'll see you guys in the playoff next year. But the Saints are going to eliminate them, like I said, with the final score of 28-14. On to the next game, we have the Vikings and the Rams, and these two teams played in the regular season, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see them play in the postseason. They played in the regular season, the Vikings held them to only 7 points, and they won with the final score of 24-7, and this time around, I feel like the Vikings are going to put up 24 points once again, but I feel like the Rams are going to put up 17 points. So I have a final score of 24-17, but I have the Vikings coming up on top. They have played once, and I feel like the Vikings are going to come out with the same result. And it's going to be a good game, but I just see, like, I don't know if Jared Goff is playoff ready. I don't think Case Keenum is playoff ready either, because they're both just not the best quarterbacks, but they both had amazing seasons. Don't get me wrong. But it's going to be a very interesting game. It's going to be low scoring because it's going to be defense on defense, and then a okay offense from the Vikings. Pretty good offense. Not okay, but pretty good. And then a good offense from the Rams. It's just going to be great. I think Gurley will also be stopped by the Vikings defense in this game. So it's just going to be a great game to see them play and see what happens. Because since LA had a comeback season this year, it's going to just be amazing. Especially since they're back in the playoffs after a while. It's just going to be amazing to see these two go against each other. But enough with these two teams. Like I said, I have the Vikings coming up on top and moving to the NFC Championship. So talking about the championship, we are going to start off with the AFC, and this is a game rematch. Last game, you guys know what happened. As a Steelers fan, I was just angry that night because Jesse James, it wasn't a catch supposedly, which it wasn't. It wasn't a catch. I just thought it was a catch at the time, but I see what happened, why it's not a catch, and what is done is done. I don't know why we threw the ball with 5 seconds left. We could have just kicked it off, but we lost the game by 3 points. But we lost it without AB, and AB is going to be back this game. Antonio Brown, as you see right here, he's going to be back. So I feel like this is going to be a really good game, especially with our best player back in the lineup and healthy and most likely, hopefully, playing the whole game. I feel like we're going to win this game, to be honest. I feel like we're finally going to beat the Patriots in the playoffs, and I have a final score of 28-24. It's going to be a close game, but I feel like my Steelers can do it. I don't want to be biased because the Patriots, don't get me wrong, the Patriots can definitely win this game. But I feel like the Steelers have been playing amazing this season. And if Antonio Brown plays like Antonio Brown normally plays, if he's healthy and plays like how he plays, we could definitely win this game. But it's just, it could go either way. It could go either way, but I'm going to just say the Steelers are going to win this game because I feel like we've been playing pretty well the whole season, and I feel like we were close to beating them in the regular season. We just didn't because of a stupid call, or we lost Antonio Brown. But I have Bell having 150 scrimmage yard in this game. It's just going to be an interesting game, but I feel like the Steelers are going to go into the Super Bowl this season, and I don't know. The Patriots can definitely go back to the Super Bowl because Brady does what Brady normally does, and they have the amazing team. And they also have James Harrison who could tell the Patriots the Steelers plays. But I don't know if that's going to work very well. But it could go either way. This is going to be an amazing game to watch, and I'm ready to see who goes to the Super Bowl between these two. On to the NFC Championships. We have the Saints at the Vikings home, and the Vikings home is where the Super Bowl is being held, and it's going to be a very good game. These two teams faced off in week 1 of the regular season, and the Vikings came up on top, but I feel like the story is going to change, and I believe the Saints are going to come up on top on this game and win with the final score of 26-23. It's going to be a very close game, but I believe that Drew Brees and Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, like Marshawn Lattimore, Cameron Jordan, the whole defense, they just all been playing amazing in the regular season, and I feel like it's going to transition to the playoffs, and they're going to win this game and head to the Super Bowl. I feel like Case Keenum, the pressure's just going to get to his head, and he's probably going to lose them this game. He's still going to do good, but I feel like he's just not ready for the playoffs. So I feel like Drew Brees is just going to take off and win the Saints this game to go to his second Super Bowl. And that's just awesome for Drew Brees. He hasn't had the best team in over all the years, but this season when he had a pretty good team, he used it. And look where they are now. They are one of the best teams in the league right now. And they're obviously in the playoffs, and they have a good chance to make the Super Bowl. So that's why I have them going to the Super Bowl against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that is the Super Bowl matchup, as you see right there. This is going to be a great game. As a Steelers fan, I'm glad to see my Steelers go back to the Super Bowl. If it happens, the Patriots could definitely go to the Super Bowl this season. But I'm going to just say the Steelers are making it. But like I said, I'm not trying to be biased. The Patriots could definitely make it. But I see my Steelers can win. But on to the Super Bowl game, it is going to be between the Steelers and the Saints, in my opinion. And I have the Steelers obviously winning as a Steelers fan, but it's going to be a good game. They both have amazing offenses. Both of the offenses have been amazing this season. And then the Saints defense have been pretty good. The Steelers defense have been okay. We did lose Ryan Shazier, which hurts a lot. But we still been playing pretty good, to be honest, without him. And then we still are kind of iffy on secondary. But I feel like we can come up on top. And in my bold predictions, I say the Saints will have a defensive touchdown in this game. I feel like Marshawn Lattimore can be that one person to get a defensive touchdown in this game. If not, someone else. But I feel like Marshawn Lattimore can definitely do that in this game. Another prediction that I have is that Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and Juju will all combine for 4 touchdowns. I know it's kind of a bold prediction, but I feel like all 3 of them can combine for 4 touchdowns, and that's going to help the Steelers win this game, in my opinion. And then on the other side of the rock, I feel like Kamara, Ingram, and Thomas will each have a touchdown. So there's going to be 3 touchdowns between those 3 players, and it's 1 from each. So it's going to be just a high-scoring game, and it's going to be amazing to watch between these 2 amazing teams. But like I said, I have my Steelers coming out on top. Big Ben is going to get another ring, and the Steelers are going to still lead the NFL in rings with 7 rings. They're going to get their 7 rings this season. It's going to be an interesting playoffs. I don't know. Let me know your like predictions down below. I might think something else. I don't know. The Patriots most likely will make it, but I have a good feeling that the Steelers will make it this season. Let me know your predictions. Do you think the Saints will make it, or do you think like the Vikings, the Rams? Let me know. Let me know down below who do you think is going to make the Super Bowl and who is winning the Super Bowl, and if you agree or disagree with my comments. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed this predictions for the whole NFL season. I will be doing it next year most likely, if I'm still doing YouTube, which I most likely will be. But it's all the way in August, so it's going to be a long time from now. But I'm most likely going to do it next season since you guys seem to enjoy it. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe like always. I will be posting more videos soon. Have a great day. Take care, guys, and peace out.